The top wholesaling real estate lists you need to be pulling right now in 2026. What's going on, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the top wholesaling lists you need to be pulling right now, ranked from A tier all the way up to S tier, all the way to D tier. Basically, I'm ranking every single possible list that you will be pulling in wholesaling real estate, and I'm pretty much seeing if it's S tier, which is the highest tier, if it's an A list, or if it's a C or a D list. So we got about 17 lists here I want to discuss and break down how I feel like these lists are compared to others and which ones you should be pulling in 2026. And so let's break this down and let's not fluff it up. So the first list here are the evictions. So this is a list of properties where the landlord is evicting the tenant. Obviously, you can pull it from the government, get it skip traced, and reach out to these owners and say, hey, I noticed you evicted this tenant, seeing if you're looking to sell your property. Now, honestly, I can rank these from how many you have to call to get a deal, or for texting, or how easy it is to pull. To be fair, the evictions, it's going to be like a better than average. I think C's average. I'm probably going to put evictions as at a B. They're a little more difficult to pull because you have LLCs you have to skip trace. If the government does allow you to have the property addresses, it's a lot easier. Evictions are great. I think they're B ranked, and especially if you're in a landlord friendly state, they're going to be better than not. The next list here is, it's a ACT. This is like vacant. Again, I tried the pictures, but this is vacant properties. Properties are vacant. I know people want to like me to put something on here. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to put vacant properties as a B. The issue that arises from vacant properties is it's probably by far the best, what I call big list you can pull. And what I mean by this is if you want to get a list over 5,000 properties that are somewhat motivated or somewhat get some success, vacant properties are there. I will promise you right now, there's going to be a lot more deals from a list of 1,000 evictions than 1,000 vacant properties. But to be fair, it's really hard to scale out an operation in wholesaling on just evictions. So to be honest, evictions are better than vacants, but if you're looking to scale it like texting, vacant property is going to be way better. Next here is going to be equity. So again, this is how I consider high equities. High equities are going to be a C, unless you're doing like massive amount of like mailers on direct mail. Equity is just going to be a regular C tier in my opinion. I mean, I love it. Now, if you stack it with vacant, we got something there. And again, a lot of my wholesaling cash comes from going out here and just mailing pretty much any high equity out there. But to be fair, it's a C. You got to call almost 10, 12, 14,000 records to get one deal. Now, if you're texting, thousands of people a day, I mean, that's fine for wholesaling, right? That's A tier for scaling. But for anyone like, getting started, trying to get the first deal or trying to get like a deal a month, high equities, I steer clear from that right now. Next here, this is supposed to be utilities. Again, I can't make this perfect, but yeah, utilities. So I would tell you right now, the utility lien list, or what I call the water shutoff list, is going to be an A ranked tier list. I can tell you right now, these are properties where the water is not running on the property. Now, the reason you're watching this video and you probably haven't pulled this list is because you're too lazy. You're too lazy. You ain't doing it. Like, bro, what's wrong with you? Pull this list. The utility list or the water shutoff list is just a list of properties where they shut the water off due to non-payment. That means the person living in the house did not pay their water bill, and guess what? They shut the water off. Cha-ching! That's a great wholesaling list. Here's the problem. You're not pulling them. Like, it's ridiculous to me. Go to your local water service or utility department for your county or city and ask for a list of all the properties that got the water shut off due to non-payment. There's a lot of great motivated sellers on this list. You need to be pulling it. Next here, you see the fire is the fire damage property list. Holy moly, this is a great list. I'm going to put this at, I'm going to put it at B. I love fire damage properties. They used to be a lot better for some reason. I don't know why. They used to be like the hottest rage, and I used to get a lot more deals. I don't know, maybe fire codes have been better. I don't know. But they're still a really good list. I mean, guys, you should pull your fire damage property list. They're increasingly harder to get with the fire departments. I don't know why. I literally have family members in the fire department, and it's still impossible to get some of these lists, but I can get some cities or counties. Fire damage properties are great. I mean, they're just not a lot. Maybe you're going to get 70 or 80. I have a family member who's a firefighter. Like, he just became a firefighter, and he's been in the service for 4 months, and he hasn't gone to one property that's been on fire. Again, he's in a smaller area, St. Lucie County, but the list just isn't massive, right? If you're in Dallas, Houston, I mean, every day there's something, right? But honestly, I mean, it's probably good for my family member, but like, I mean, you know, it just, there's less fires. I mean, there's no arsonists anymore. I mean, sucks for fire damage properties, but probably good for the world. So I guess it's a good thing. B. Okay, now we got my first D-ranked property straight to D. I'm not even gonna talk about it. MLS properties, on-market wholesaling, guys. Dookie. Guys, if it's listed on the MLS, it's like trying to date somebody that's had 400 girlfriends or boyfriends. I mean, things just been through it all, not worth it. And again, I'm not saying anything crazy. Again, I'm talking about guys and gals, but like, I mean, do you want to date somebody who's had legitimate 500 boyfriend and girlfriends? Probably not. Do you want to go talk to a motivated seller who wants the most for their house, that has gone through 400 showings or at least 100 offers already? I mean, there's nothing exclusive to it. And again, maybe I apologize on the boyfriend girlfriend thing. I'm not trying to objectify women or men, but guys, I mean, I'm not going to say this about people, but I'll say this about a wholesaling deal. I mean, a wholesaling deal on the MLS has been ran through. And basically what I mean by that, and again, I'm objectifying a real estate deal, not a human being, but like, I would never do that. But a wholesaling deal that has had 100 offers and of just trying to get the most of their house and all these walkthroughs, it's just not a good wholesaling deal. It's not my thing. I want to deal with a motivated seller that just wants to get rid of it for low, isn't talking to a lot of competition, and we can go out here and get a really good deal. MLS wholesaling is just not my thing. There's plenty of people that can make money doing it. I will tell you, for every 100 wholesaling deals I see on the internet, 95 to 98% of them are all off market, and only 3% maybe are on market. You see people who do on market, like, you know, 75% of real estate transactions are on the market. Well, 98% of wholesaling deals are off the market. So, the way I look at it, and again, maybe I'm off my rocker on my personal channel, but as you know, I just got married. And, you know, I've had a couple people, you know, little smart Alex come up to me and say, you know, Zach, 50% of marriages end in divorce. I'm like, okay, let's actually talk about that statistic, right? You can lump my marriage in saying there's a 50% chance it lasts, but let's look at the statistics on marriage. What's the number one reason why people divorce? Usually money. I'm a multi-millionaire. Take that out of the percentages. Okay, cool. Now I'm at like 65%. Okay, what's the second biggest chance of why marriages fail? Infidelity. I am not a cheater. Unlike what I see a lot in the real estate space, I ain't a cheater. I never will be. My reputation is super clean. I would never hit somebody. I would never cheat on a spouse. I never cheat somebody on a real estate deal. I love my wife. She's awesome. So take that into consideration. And then first marriages aren't 50-50 divorce rate. I mean, it's about 30%, but there's like 70 or 80% divorce rate for second, third, and fourth marriages, which get lumps into 50% of marriages end in divorce. So if you add in that on top of that, a multimillionaire that doesn't cheat, that's in love with his hot wife, I mean, the chance of the marriage lasting is almost 90% at that point. And so a lot of people want to say, you know, 80% of real estate deals are on market that sell, so you should wholesale. Okay, well, let's look at the statistics here. You know, 98% of closed, fat, nice assignment checks are from off market. So we can't lump that in as the same thing. Just kind of funny. I don't get the whole marriage thing. Like, I mean, come on, you see the point here. So next here is divorce. I mean, that's actually kind of funny. I actually didn't know that. Divorce is D. Guys, it's a good government list, but honestly, it's a government list you should be avoiding. I've tried so hard, and the reason why divorces don't work in like a 1-minute pitch, I don't want to get in a whole rant about it, is usually the one spouse, maybe the wife or the husband that they're divorcing, right? They want to get out of it, right? I want to sell it for cheap. I want to get out of it. And the other one's like, well, screw you. I want the most for it. There's always dynamics. They hate each other. They're not going to agree. It's a mess. Some people make money. It's great. Probates, straight to S tier. Didn't even think about it, guys. Probates, chef's kiss. One of the best wholesaling lists out there by far, bar none. One of my favorites, guys. If there's one wholesaling list to pull, it's always going to be the probates. And still, half you'll watch this ain't going to do the probates. And the ones making $80,000 on a wholesale deal, usually going to be a probates. Guys, you go to the testimonials inside my free wholesaling course and community, freewholesaling.com, you're going to notice the ones that make over 70 grand on a wholesale deal, 80 grand, 90K pops, always probates. So probates, one of my favorite deals, S tier quality, absolutely amazing. Next here's X leads. I don't really have a logo for this, but this is what I'm calling our AI lists or AI salability lists. I'm going to put that as an A ranked tier. And again, I'm not getting this whole X leads rant today. If you guys want the best wholesaling software, you definitely got to go xleads.com. But X leads has two awesome AI lists inside of it. They have their AI drawing for dollars, which is amazing, but also they have an AI salability list, which pretty much they have AI ranks the top wholesaling lists and goes through every motivated seller and goes through a billion data points. And pretty much what you got to know is it ranks credit scores and changes of addresses and liens filed and financial situations. And if you look at the AI list from X Leads, if you rank it from 0 to 1,000, you get any list that's over 750. So you get to choose your AI list inside of X Leads. And you can rank poll by whole AI territory. Anything that's a 700 or a 750 score or higher, pull that list. Usually 1 out of 1,000 of those ends up being a wholesaling deal. You got to remember probates 1 out of 500 the deal. Vacant properties 1 out of like 4 or 5,000 the deal. So honestly, AI lists are usually a little better than government lists except for probates. And so 1 out of 1,000 ends up being a deal. So absolutely one of my favorite lists. Everyone that has an X Leads account actually has an AI territory. Your AI territory is right there. Even ask one of our 24-hour live chat support specialists, how do I access the AI list? You can pull the AI list in there. Anything over 750 or above, 1 out of 1,000, go get a deal. The next one here is Drawing for Dollars. Drawing for Dollars is an A tier list. Guys, go in your car, look for ugly houses. X Leads has a Drawing for Dollars app too. One of my favorite lists out there. Guys, usually 1 out of 400 of these ends up being a great wholesaling deal. Drive around, look for ugly houses. You can't pull these lists anywhere. I actually call these earned lists because these are lists you actually have to earn. You just can't go out there and find. So by far one of my favorite lists, Drawing for Dollars, A ranked. Next year, Zillow for sale by owners. I'm going to put this as C. The reason is 1 out of like 30 or 40 ends up being a deal, but there's a lot of calls, a lot of time on the phones, a lot of rapport building, and a lot of angry people. Guys, you see me on my live streams talking to Zillow for sale by owners and dealing with these type of motivated sellers. I mean, they are crazy calls and they are some of my most fun memories on live streams. But for a beginner, FSBOs are just rough and tough sellers. C ranked because of just how much you got to deal with. And honestly, I'd rather you just pull other types of government lists just to get a deal. But you go to Zillow for sale by owners. Every wholesaler's got to go through it. Still a great list. Next here are pre-foreclosures. I'm going to put pre-foreclosures as B ranked. The reason why they're not A ranked is because you can't cold call pre-foreclosures. You can pretty much only text them or put sticky notes on the door. If you want to learn how to put sticky notes on the door and do my reverse Drawing for Dollars formula or method, just go to freewholesaling.com. We'll teach it right there. If you could call and text them, probably put it at A, but because you can only text them and put sticky notes out and everyone kind of pulls a pre-foreclosure list to a point, they're going to be B ranked. Next year, tax delinquencies. I love tax delinquencies. They're going to be A ranked because we get a lot of title curative deals from these and obviously a ton of wholesaling deals. And so the cool part about tax delinquent list is if you're in like the pump community, so we go to pumpmethod.com, that's our school group where we teach title curative deals. We pull the tax delinquency list, we see if they're dead, then we go out here and extract like 100K spreads on these deals. They're awesome, but also a ton of $40,000, $50,000 wholesale deals come from this list. Again, this is a list of people not paying their property taxes. One of my favorite lists out here, A ranked. Just go to your property's tax collector, request a list, start marketing these sellers and make a ton of money. Next here is my AI Drawing for Dollars. Guys, there's a lot of softwares that do AI Drawing for Dollars. X Leads has free AI Drawing for Dollars. This is definitely going to be a ranked list. It's kind of like a cheat code. I'm not saying that because X Leads has this list, but man, you could literally go out here and have AI look at a satellite view of every property in your county or your city and tells you which ones are ugly or not from a live satellite view. That's what X Leads has. There's other AI Drawing for Dollars, but like they're $2,000. They're like stupid, crazy expensive. A ranked by far. Next here is bankruptcies. Guys, bankruptcies D. Guys, I mean, these people usually don't have equity. The reason why they become bankrupt is they don't have any net worth or assets. And honestly, their liabilities are more than their assets here. And if they had some equity, which is usually a very big KPI on if you're going to make a lot of money on a wholesale deal, guys, bankruptcy is a D. Now, if you could do short sales, this actually might be a decent list, but to be fair, I'm going to have everyone avoid short sales right now. So bankruptcies are a D. Next year's a lien. A lien is a solid C. A lien is a judgment that a judge has based off of usually a lawsuit. Now, liens aren't a bad thing particularly, but usually if you pull them, you'll definitely extract some wholesale deals from them, but they're not like, oh my gosh, I just pulled the lien list and made all this money. You usually got to go through like maybe 900 liens to go get a deal right here. Not a bad thing. I mean, liens are interesting because like technically a mortgage is a lien if you really want to get into it. If you take out mechanics liens and mortgages, probably bring up the B, but like just a regular lien list, definitely a really good list. So I'd probably put liens at a C. And there are more liens than mostly any other government list out there. So they're definitely still worth pulling and using it for a stack. But yeah, liens are going to be C. And then the last one here is going to be a notice of violations. So this would be a code violation. This is going to be a B list. So code violations B, these are from the code enforcement of usually tall grass, ugly roof, something like that. Guys, amazing list. I mean, 1 of 1,000 ends up being a wholesaling deal. So definitely a B ranked motivated seller list. I mean, I'd probably bump it up to A, but you guys know there's one last S tier list I've been missing at the end here for this video. And that is going to be, you see it right here. You see the stack of Jenga. This is going to be your stacked lists. So all the way up to S tier is your stacked list. And pretty much what a stacked list is if you were somebody who pulled all this list, right? You pulled the probates, the water shut off, the AI list, the drying for dollars, the tax delinquent, the AI drying for dollars, the eviction, vacants, pre-foreclosures, fire damage properties, code violations, high equities, FISBOs, liens, MLS, just screw the MLS, divorce and bankruptcies, and you wanted to stack it, which basically means you're going to see which type of properties show up more than once. So for example, if you found a water shut off and a probate and a lien all on one property, holy moly, that's a good wholesaling list, right? And so if you could stack the data and find like a tax delinquent that's also a drying for dollars, that's going to be amazing list. So list stacking's awesome. If you want like a good list stacking software, again, that's kind of how I find title curative deals. That's under Pump Stacker. A lot of people can stack lists. I mean, you can go to xleads.com, import the list, tag it, and then find tags that pop up more than once. But probably the easiest and the free way to do this is just put all your lists into one master list, but tag it on the right side, what type of list it is on the right-hand side. Throw into AI, ChatGPT, and say which one shows up more than once. I'm trying to stack this data set for wholesaling, and it'll tell you which one is most likely to be the top stack list or not. So guys, these are my top wholesaling real estate lists for 2026. Let me know what your thoughts and let me know what you think. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to my free real estate wholesaling course and community, freewholesaling.com. I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.